Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you. Thank you for all of your support. It really does mean a lot to me that so many of you resonate with what I do. That so many of you are willing to talk about your lives in the comments, to share things, to show people my videos, all of that stuff. It really does mean a lot, and I like to think of Reydiant Reality as a community rather than just a page where I post videos. You know, I don't feel like I feel like I'm the person that puts the content out, but I don't feel like I'm the central focus. I feel like the central focus is the fact that we're all here and we all kind of build and grow together, and that's a really beautiful feeling. So thank you. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. If you haven't got your seat yet, the winter solstice alignment activation session is on its way. Mercury does go retrograde on the 31st of October. If you want to get your retrograde survival kit for half price, $19.99 versus $39.99, you can do so on the link in the description box below. With that said, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this is going to be a challenging week, Libra. I have to say this, and you are going to have to practice. When I went into my intuition, it was really interesting. I heard the word, but the scene that I watched play out was really interesting. It was like I could see energy, you know, I could see energy bouncing from one point to another. And then all of a sudden I was watching a scene from The Matrix, you know, the scene where Neo touches the mirror and it kind of starts to overtake him before they open him up. And the reason the reason the word discernment comes through for that is this week I kind of feel like there's going to be I kind of feel like you're going to have to, all that glitters is not gold. This week you are going to have to use your discernment to look behind what you're being told, or to look behind what's being presented to you, because whatever is being presented to you is not, all is not as it seems, right? So whatever that means to you this week, if something seems too good to be true, if you hear something from someone and you think that doesn't, you know, your cognitive dissonance kicks in and you think no, something about that's not, doesn't make sense or doesn't feel right, you trust that 100%. If you haven't seen it yet, check out the weekly general. That will make a lot of sense to you. All right, with that said, your week ahead is your destiny card. You've got the devil card, right? Use your discernment this week. You may want something to stay the same. You may want to trust something that isn't actually the way that it's being presented. It's really important. With the devil card, it sees us clinging to something, sometimes even addicted to something that it's almost like we refuse to let it go. If it's destructive, if it's creating a negative experience in yourself, in your environment, maybe it's time to let it go. Maybe it's time for you to phase it out. This is a week for you to trust your intuition, to use your discernment. Something is not the way that it's being presented to you, and it's up to you to really figure that out. All right, so your direction card, let's see if we can give this some context. And it relates to your boundaries, right? So you've got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, fire sign female. She would be a Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. Vibrant, passionate, lives life to the full. You know, wonderful expression of life in the Queen of Wands. She's very vibrant, but I tell you, you cross a fire sign female and you will know about it. You know, they're fiery and feisty by nature. Now, as an experience, what she represents is the boundaries, right? That's why she holds the wand. If you see this in the Rider-Waite deck, she's very much in command of her domain. In fact, the Queen of Wands is, and they're all powerful in their own right, but the Queen of Wands is one of the more powerful. In fact, she's the most powerful queen besides the Queen of Swords, because she has that sort of external power. But she represents your boundaries, right? And this is why I say something may be trying to impose, infringe, take advantage of your kind, caring nature this week. And if that is the case, I just said that and I looked at the clock and it was 4:44 at that exact second. So you got to really pay attention to your boundaries, your foundations. For those of you that have money saved up, if somebody tries to give you a sob story this month, this week. Somebody comes to you cap in hand, oh, you know, check in with yourself and just ask yourself, do they know about my nest egg? Because the chances are they might, and it may be that they're spinning a yarn because they want access to something that you have in terms of your resources. So it could be about that as well. But just your boundaries, keep those firm this week. Your insight card is the Ace of Cups, but you can trust your intuition and you'll make it past all of this. You may need to be prepared to sever a tie. You may also need to be prepared to do things differently, you know, to take a different path. And this week, when you got that Ace of Cups as your insight card, it basically says you will come through this unscathed, but you are going to have to do something that goes against the grain of your character, which is call it like you see it, right? Use your discernment and say, you know, utilize the power of a really good no. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.